Debt?
Yeah, debt.
What do you mean by that?
Like when they have too much debt, cause inflation. Because
Yeah, that's similar to what aspect she's coming into, right? People still have to pay the employees. A lot of times they have to raise the prices. They're in debt, no one's buying, they raise the prices, inflates the price. One last one.
Yeah. A lot of wartime spending in the economy, like wartime usually is.
Yeah, and to put that in a simple form, as opposed to wartime spending, supply shock, right? Up or down. If all of a sudden there's millions and millions of stuff hits the market of one product, the price is just going to drop down, right? If there's nothing in the market, the money's going to go up. I think, did we watch that video on here? Like it says, like if you're on a raft floating in the ocean and there's one banana to be eaten, one guy has $1 and one guy has $10 to buy the banana. How much do you think the banana's worth now?
$10.
$10, right? If there's 2,000 bananas on board, everybody has $1. How much do you think the bananas are worth? Free or $1, right? Supply and demand. So if you look at cause of inflation, if you're looking for 3 easy ones that you have to write on there, demand pull inflation, which means there's more demand than there is available, right? Supply and demand, basically. If there's only a little bit of stuff and everybody wants it, the price goes up. Just like that's why people stand in line for the new iPhone, or that's how they can sell it for $400 because everybody wants it. There's only a few. Everyone will stand in line and pay for it. Cost supply shock. Same. Well, that's similar. An influx of something hits the market, in or out. Supply and demand again. People want it. The price changed. Printing too much money. Same as we just discussed, right? Too much money. We owe money rather than pull it out of savings. We print, pay off. Other countries doing the same. So you got demand pull inflation, cost push theory, which is supply shock inflation, and printing too much money. So if you got those 3 bullets, that's all you got to remember. So with that said, put all your papers away. We're going to play this game, Jeopardy game. It's going to review. You can see the categories, right? Inflation and exchange rates, first one. Next one, miscellaneous, kind of covers all of them. Foreign policy, exchange rates. Third category, foreign policy. And then we're going to review it. There's a couple questions of review from the Civil Rights Unit and World War II because those are big on the exam. We grab a pencil. All right, here's how we're going to work the game. We're going to keep score. What we'll do is, you know what we'll do? I'll keep the score on here, so it's easier. We'll combine these 2 groups, and we'll combine these 2 groups. But we're going to answer one at a time, right? So if they miss one individual question, they miss one, it comes over to this group. But when it comes over to this group, you guys will discuss it, or you guys will discuss, right? So we don't have people yelling back and forth. Let's just start and figure out how we're going to work it here. First question. We'll start with you guys here. Which one do you want to go with? World War II for 100? Italian leader who founded the fascist party. Everybody see that? You ready? If they miss it, it's coming to you guys. I'll give you 10 seconds.
Come on, Tyler.
9, 8, 7, 6. Nobody? Wait, it comes back. Only as a group, individual. This group, you can steal it. Mussolini. Nice. So, team 2 got 100. Team 1, still not on the board. We'll go back to this team. This team picked.
Inflation exchange rates for 100. Oh.
That's on you. Name one cause of inflation.
Lack of supply with a high demand.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Lack of supply with a high demand, just like we just talked. So good timing. Now, what'd you get, 100 you said? Whoops. And what'd you guys have? Exchange? Good. Exchange, right?
Yep.
All right. So 200. We're not gonna. It's not gonna be like Jeopardy where the one smart guy just runs up the board for 2 days. We get bored. We're skipping back over here. Your group. Heights out. You look confident.
Inflation for 200.
Inflation for 200. How is inflation measured? We talked about that, right? How do they come up with inflation? How do they know inflation is happening or exists or has happened?
Dollars worth less.
Dollars worth less? No. That's a part of it, but it's not the one. This group to steal. How is inflation measured? What do they use to measure inflation?
Okay, what is in how much money is spent in years?
Nope. Close. Back to this group. What do they use to measure? What is the index to measure inflation? Now we're talking in a basic form here. I'm not looking for a complete economic policy. Anybody?
The change in price
Of what?
of merchandise.
Can you give me one example of it?
Like the banana thing.
I'm going to give them that. Change in prices, right? Of merchandise. It's checking the price change with the set goods and services over a period of time. Remember we talked about that? They use everything from gasoline to milk to bananas. It's a price index across all types of different markets. That's exactly what it is. It's not, I mean, inflation to measure as far as the rates and stuff is one thing, but inflation, when they generally look at it, is how much prices have increased, right? Good job. So I put, was that a 200? 200? 200. Good job. It is, who didn't do their individual yet? It's this group right here, right? Individual, who's going first? Who's feeling strong?
I'm feeling strong.
All right, you're feeling strong. What are you going with?
Alright, I can go for foreign policy for 150.
Foreign policy for 100.
I
Easy one. Name two influential ethnic groups in the U.S. that influence U.S. foreign policy. It's something American, right?
Oh.
Like that's what I'm looking for. Two groups. Think of two ethnic groups in the U.S. that might have something to do with foreign policy.
One is going to be African American.
I'll give you that.
The other one is Jewish American.
I'll give you that. Right? Jewish Americans, Mexican Americans, Arab Americans, Cuban Americans, African Americans. I'll give you that. Right? All different groups that. That's over here, right? Now with foreign policy for 100? Good. Back to this group. Rio. You awake? Civil rights for 100? Court case that led to the desegregation of public education. It's coming to you for the steal, right? No, it's this group for the steal. Sorry. Court case that led to the desegregation of public education. Do you think court case is civil rights movement? No? Over here. For the steal.
What is Brown versus the Board of Education?
Correct. Brown versus the Board of Education. Remember? That's going to be on your test for sure. Brown versus Board of Education, desegregated public school. Good job.
You guys should like move right here.
That was what? Civil rights? For 100? That goes over here.
No, that comes to our.
All right,
I was saying,
that's for them?
yeah.
Wait, what? It's okay, I like that.
Here we go. Harder with 4 groups. A lot easier with 2 or 3. It's this group. All right, miscellaneous for 100. Name one key element of a market economy. That's the new one we just did. If you can think of more than one, I'll give you 100 points for each one. There's 3 of them. It was right on the standard of the sheet that he gave out. Yes. Profit is correct. For 100. You got another one? Correct for 200. Good job. You got 2 out of it. That's it? Good job, though. Property rights.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You weren't even whispering. Property rights, competition, and profit. So that's 200 points. Good job.
Yay.
Tie game. It's back to this group, right? Pedro? You're probably only get 1 chance, so if you know you're strong, don't be shy, jump for a 500. What do they say, make it a 2 daily double?
Foreign policy for good.
Foreign policy for 200. Before the end of the Cold War, all U.S. foreign policy was geared towards what? I need a little more clear than that.
Communism?
Communism is correct. Before the Cold War, all foreign policy was about ending communism. Good job. That's this group. That was 200, right? 2. Okay, you gotta pay attention. Good job. Back to this group? Okay, you went last. Zoe.
Inflation exchange rates for
300? How does a foreign exchange rate affect a country's imports or exports?
the worse the exchange rate, the less will be imported into a country. Like, if the US and Japan if the US has less than Japan, then it won't trade as much.
Correct, I'll give you that, right? If the yen rate is real low, and if the yen rate is real high, which means for them it's high, for us it's bad, right? Like right now, the yen rate is not very strong for us, 79 yen to the dollar. If their yen rate is strong, America doesn't buy, we don't want to go off base and go buy shoes, right? You look to buy basketball shoes or clothes off base, it's like 12,000 yen, it's like 170 bucks or 160 bucks when you go online in the United States and buy the same thing for 60 bucks, right? That's exactly what it is.